Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Talina. Today I have my trusty little book journal here with me and we're gonna go through every book that I read in the month of April. Feels like I literally just filmed my wrap up for March, so that's crazy to me. Anyways, in terms of like how many books I read this month, I had a pretty decent reading month. I read 13 books. I did one reread, which I do not do too often, and I had 2 5-star reads. So let's just get into everything that I read. I started off this month by reading The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson. I have a few of her other books and I've been wanting to start them, so my friend chose this for my TBR. Go watch that, by the way. My March wrap up and April TBR, my friend chose my whole TBR for me, which I did do a decent job. I didn't read every book on it, but I didn't do terrible, so there's that. She chose this one. Like I said, she's read this one and liked it and thought that it would be a good one for me to start off with for Lana Ferguson's books. When I first started this one, I wasn't sure how I was feeling. I thought that I wasn't in the mood for it. It is a pretty cringy, like rom-com-y, wolfy sort of thing. But after sticking with it for a little bit, it didn't take that long at all. I was like 100% in the mood for it. I thought this was great. I did give this 4 stars. Once I got past that initial like, am I liking this? I fell in love with it. Like, it was just hilarious to me and it was just a good time. Next, I don't have this with me, but I'm making my way through the Zodiac Academy series. Started off last month reading the first book, and then I read the novella that comes before that one. That one is called The Origins of an Academy Bully. I just read that one on my Kindle. I gave that book 3 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was kind of some backstory to why 2 characters in the first book are acting the way they did in the first book. And like, since I've read that little backstory, knowing more about those characters, I am obsessed with them. They have to be like my two favorites in this series so far. So yeah, I did really enjoy that one. It's gonna start raining now, of course, so I apologize if you can hear that. Next, I jumped into another book that my friend chose for me, and that was my reread, and that's Haunting Adeline. This is my like favorite dark romance book ever. I have reread this twice already, and this was my 2nd time rereading it, so my 3rd time reading it altogether. I love this book. It's me. It's funny. It's just like a giggly time. I don't know. This one's controversial. Some people hate it. If you don't like dark romance, don't read it. That's kind of all I have to say. I do love dark romance, so 5 stars again. I enjoyed this. My friend chose it so that I could annotate it for her. Wow, now it's literally pouring. Anyways, I annotated this. I always enjoy reading this book. I love Zayd so much. Anyways, moving on. After that, I read a new release, which I was really excited for, and that is Enchantra. First of all, I am obsessed with this cover. It's so pretty. I read Phantasma a while ago when that was like super popular, and I wasn't 100% in the mood for it, I think. I think if I was, that one would have been 5 stars for me. I think I gave it 4 stars. But this book. This I enjoyed more than I did Phantasma. I just feel like this sister kind of had more depth. I liked her character more. I liked the male character more. I like the plot. This one I would say isn't as gothic as Phantasma was, but I still really enjoyed this one. All of these books I talked about so far were on a reading vlog I posted last month, so if you want more about these, go watch that. But yeah, I gave this one 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was a fun time. I love the plot, and I love like trials, and that this book and Phantasma both do like breaking it up by round 1 of the hunt, whatever. The only thing about this book that I wasn't obsessed with was the ending. I felt like it kind of fell flat for me. It was pretty underwhelming in my opinion personally, but that's kind of all I have to complain about this book. Yeah, that's the only thing I wasn't like super crazy about, but I still really enjoyed this book. Next, I read Lady of Darkness. I wanted to love this book, and I still do want to love the series, but oh, how do I talk about this? When I first started it, I really liked it, I really enjoyed it, and then I hated it. I've just read the same plot so many times, and the main characters, they were so irritating to me, especially the main female character. She just annoyed the crap out of me. She just loved to argue for absolutely no reason. Loved to throw accusations without getting the proper story. She just played this back and forth with the mailman character every other chapter, and it was really aggravating to me. I did give this book 3 stars, and then I was conflicted on if I wanted to go into the next one, which I don't own, but I did start the next one, and then I DNF'd it. She still was just arguing for no reason, and then I went and read reviews on Goodreads, and everybody was saying that in this book and the next book it doesn't really get any better. So yeah, for now I've DNF'd it. I wanted to like it because I have the first book in the Legacy series. I want to read that still. We'll see if maybe I come back to Lady of Darkness, but for now it was so annoying to me. After that, we have my first 5-star read of this month, and that is Ruthless Fae. I love this series, and I've now talked about it in so many videos, so I won't go too crazy about this. But book 1 was everybody being a bitch to the main characters, trying to get them out. They don't want them there. This book is their revenge against all of them. I love that. I love the little pranks they played. I just love them being badasses, standing up for themselves. I love this, and I'm obsessed with everything to do with this world. After that, I read one of my most highly anticipated releases for this year, and that is The Conditions of Will. I love Jessa Hastings. I love her writing, so I was very excited for this book. I did give this book 3.5 stars. It's just not necessarily like my type of book, I would say. I kind of only really pick it up because she's a favorite author and I will read it for her. Not to say that I don't like enjoy this sort of story, it's just not one I'm gonna read all the time. I don't know how to put this into the words. This book was very human, and that's what was frustrating about it, you know? Like, I didn't like the way some people were acting, but the way they reacted and the way they acted towards each other was very realistic. But it was frustrating to watch because it's like, why aren't you perfect, you know? So it's like a tough one to kind of rate because that's the way it should have been, but it was just frustrating. So nothing against like the book, but it was just like, come on guys. Like, however, I did really like this book. I do recommend it. I love like Jess's metaphors and the lyrical writing, the run-on sentences, everything is just so beautiful to me. And I do love the family drama in this book. It was insane. Again, I read this in a reading vlog, so go watch that for more thoughts and what this book is about. But this book was like conflicting feelings for me, but I did like it. After that, in just one night, I read Lore of Olympus Volume 1. I was super excited for this book. I've had it for a while and I've been really looking forward to reading it because I want to read more graphic novels. I unfortunately didn't like it. I did give this book 2 stars. I just didn't like how pick-me both of these main characters were. It was just really random, in my opinion. I do love Greek mythology. I like the graphic novel. As like I said, like I was really excited to read that. I love the art in this book. Like the illustrations are so pretty. But I can't read pick-me characters. It's just annoying to me. Like I'm like, ah. So, like I said, I gave that 2 stars. Next up is a book that my friend asked me to read, the one who owns the bookstore. She just wanted to have like an opinion on this book, didn't have the time to read it because she's on vacation right now. So I read it for her to give her my thoughts, and I, to be honest, didn't have to read that far to give her my thoughts. It is The Queen's Card. This is a sort of local author. She did like move away, but she used to live in my area. And it's a book my friend is going to be stocking in her bookstore. I don't think this is a bad book, but I could just immediately tell her what it was about from the first 50 pages. So I didn't have to read too far into it. So I'm counting it as like a DNF. I did read like a fair amount, but again, I was able to give her my thoughts and opinions, all of that pretty quickly. I do recommend to read it. It was like a good fantasy book. I just didn't have the urge to continue it once I was able to give like my initial opinions, whatever. I have a book that I've talked about quite a few times in a bunch of other videos. I've been talking about it in terms of like I've really been wanting to get to this, and it sounded like something that I was going to love. That is Heavenly Bodies. In this one, I was not as obsessed with it as I thought I was going to be. I mean, I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't like fantastic. I do think that this book was really cool, and like the whole plot idea was really cool. I just don't think it needed to be as long as it was. I felt like I definitely would have loved this so much more if everything kind of just happened closer together, and like I said, it was shortened. Then this would have been great. But there were just so many moments where I was like, okay, let's move on, find another plot, whatever. So yeah, I gave it 3 stars. This was really good. I may or may not read the next book when it comes out. We'll see. I'll see what everyone else like thinks about it. And last but not least, I have a book that I was going to wait to read for a while because I wanted the paperback to come out, and I wasn't like itching to read it until everybody in the world, it felt like, started to read it, and I got FOMO. So I did pick up Fearless by Lauren Roberts. This one, I did not have like crazy expectations for. Like, I loved the first book. I did not like the second book. So I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this book. I didn't like it. It was one of those weird ones where like I do not have a problem with DNFing books. Like if I'm not having a good time, I won't read it. That's just because I've been reading as long as I humanly could read. So I have read so many books in my life, and if I just don't care for one, life's too short. Read the books that you want to read and the books that are calling to you. Whatever. So this was odd because I wanted to DNF it, but at the same time I wanted to know what was going to happen, which I don't experience too often. The only reason I did like this book was because of Kai. He's great. I love his lines. He is just so... he's so perfect. But after 600 pages of him saying the same lines, you know, it got... even that part, like, got boring. Oh my god, there's a spider. Huh. Yuck. Anyways, there was a random plot in this that I did predict once, like, it started to get introduced. I can't see it anymore, so we're gonna pretend it's not over there. Live reaction of how I react to spiders. Jeez. I literally forgot what I was saying. I think I was saying that, like, there was just one chapter that introduced this one plot, and I immediately was like, no, that's not where we're going with this, is it? And it was where we were going. I won't speak about it, but if you read this book, you know what I'm talking about. That was gross, okay? That did not need to be a plot in this book. Everything else that happened in this book, I did easily guess what was happening, except for the ending that did catch me off guard. And I'm not good at predicting books, and if I can predict what's gonna happen, it's kind of boring, you know, in my opinion, for me, because like I said, it's not too hard to throw me a plot hole and have me be like, what? So anyways, so yeah, when I can predict, it's just, this book, I do recommend the series. It is good. It's very easy to follow. It's just, I just want more personally. Like, Powerless was perfect, and I just feel like in the second and third book, the writing completely changed. Somehow, in my opinion, that's how I felt. So, yeah, conflicting feelings on this one, but I don't know if I said this yet. I gave it 2 stars. I was not crazy about it. So yeah, that is everything that I read in April. I don't think I'm going to make myself a TBR this month just because it kind of stresses me out, and I have so many books that I want to get to, so I won't do that in this video, but probably will make one next month. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you guys had any great reads you read this month and what you're looking forward to next month. And yeah, I'll see you next time.